Hi, here we are, module 4, standing out from the crowd. In this module, we take a different step. We are moving into looking at your branding, logo, image. So when you were briefing a web developer, when you were briefing your graphic design team about what is the image that you are wanting to put out there? What is the image that you are presenting to the market? Just want to share screen here. When we look at business name and branding, I'll be talking about what I did. So I've been Cameron Hypnotics and the Hypnotics Academy for 10 years now. So I had a plan. I had an idea what I wanted. I did a lot of market research. I was looking at reinventing myself 10 years ago. So I had to come up with a new name, a new URL. I wanted a fresh start. So I was looking at some things like, what is my name? Do I want to incorporate my name in the business name? Or did I want to look at something geographical, where I am, or maybe the work I do? So looking at those three key areas, name, what you do, and where is your practice, they might be a good place to start. So these questions are the things that I was putting out to market. I then looked at a byline, a tagline. So a tagline is the thing that creates interest. It's the thing that asks people to just wonder, what do I need to think about with this business? Or it invites you to look further than what the actual business name is. Now, it doesn't have to be self-explanatory. And I've given the example there with Apple. Think different. That's it. Just think different. So why Cameron Hypnotics? So I did want to incorporate my name into the business. And even though my surname is Cameron, yes, that's created some confusion because Cameron is also a given name, a first name for a lot of people, but it's my surname. So I wanted that in the business. And what do? I do hypnotherapy. So I was working out, well, how do I incorporate that name into the business? And then I came up with hypnotics. And once again, I put that to market. I did a survey and got people's feedback. What do they think of it? Does it work? I considered location, but I thought if I do location, it might lock me in case I was moving at some stage. But if it's a general area, it might work for you. And if you have full intentions of being there for a long, long time, it might work for you. So let's have a look at some of the designs that have evolved. At the top there, we have Cameron Hypnotics, and the byline was clinical hypnotherapy and people development. So I was new to business. And for people who didn't know what Cameron Hypnotics was, I thought it was best for me to give an explanation. What's it all about? Then we tightened it. I went back to the designer. We said, I want it bolder. And then we created the byline, create your future now. So it became more bold, more prominent. So I was moving towards getting rid of the words clinical hypnotherapy so I can look at more from a marketing sense. And now I've moved to a better version of you. You'll see that soon. So Cameron Hypnotics was actually born in 2012. So even though the logo has changed a little bit, I've tightened it, but the essence remains. So when I started, I had an idea about the colors I wanted. I wanted clean white, I wanted a bright green, and a charcoal gray. I thought, I want this to be sexy, I wanted to be bright, I wanted to be professional. And then I asked the designer to come up with a swirl of something that represented hypnosis. So that has evolved as well. And I've been able to use the center component of that swirl as a thumbnail logo now. So I started by creating a Facebook survey. Because remember, even though you've got a great idea about what your business name should be, you are not the market. You might be just a little bit too close to it. And then once you come up with ideas, check and see if the URLs are available. Register the name with your government authority. So choose the colors and the font. Now, I've always used Centra Gothic. I just love Centra Gothic. And from day one, that's been my font. So check your colors, get your font, then brief your graphic designer. So there'll be more processes and exercises in this module about how to brief your graphic designer. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that now. So then what do you do once you've got your logo? Well, be prominent, put it out there, put your logo on everything. Every page has my logo on it. Everything that leaves my office has my logo on it. A business card, letterhead, flyer. When I email someone, in my signature, it's got my logo in it. Market it, get it out there. So everything that leaves has that logo. So if I have a look at some tips for branding and logo design, research, research, and research. That's the most important thing. Find out what you like and what you don't like. Researching never ends. I'm even now researching how I can be still improving what I put out there. But remember, the brand is not a logo. A brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So we have to be different. We have to explore your point of difference. So invest the time, research again. Make sure that your logo aligns with your brand and your brand aligns with you. And define your brand purpose so that you are going to be true to deliver on that purpose. And don't be too afraid to pay money. Now, let's have a look at some branding fails. And even if you just Google branding fails, you come up with some absolute winners there. So London Olympics, what the hell was that? When they come up with that, the internet went crazy. What were they thinking? And we have a look at this Mama's Baking. Yeah, all right. Arlington Pediatric Centre. I'm not even going to make a comment on that. You can make your own judgment there. And the Oriental Institute of Studies in Brazil, once again, have no idea, but I think we don't need much imagination to realize that that is an absolute branding fail. So when you are briefing your graphic designer, be clear and research what they have done. Make sure that what they have done, what they have produced, is what you are happy with. And you think, yeah, I really like where they're going. I like their style. So you really have to be careful with how you're going to be briefing them as well. So now let's have a look at some good branding, some branding wins, and have a look at all those logos there. How brilliant is that? I mean, these are timeless logos. Coca-Cola, it probably hasn't changed in 70 years and it still works. Apple, MasterCard, Google, Nikon, the Starbucks there. Yeah, everything on that page there are timeless logos and branding. And you know that whenever you see anything associated with those brands, you know exactly what to expect. So in summary, be professional, speak to a professional and market test it. Create a branding suite. So we're looking at a logo, letterhead, banners, website, and knowing also that your brand will evolve over time. Mine has in a short period of time. As your business matures, so does your branding. And be prominent. Show the world who you are. So watch this and watch it again. As I said, there will be other components in this module about branding, which is briefing your graphic designer and briefing your web developer. There'll be some tips, things to avoid, things to take note of, but please research, research, research. And if we can get this part right, I know for a lot of people who are not creative minded, this can be a real overwhelm. But if you do connect with the right people, and when I say connect, if you can't find someone locally, go online. You can try Fiverr, Upworks, 99 Designs. They're just a few. So research, research, research. If you see fantastic logos, contact the people, find them. Who did it? Who designed your logo? So ask questions and enjoy. And I really look forward to seeing some of your logo concepts that you're coming up with, some of your branding concepts that you're going to come up with. And we can talk about those on the forum. So enjoy. And I look forward to seeing what the outcomes are.